2017, I was in a car crash. I was in an Uber and a taxi ran a red light and it T-boned the Uber that I was in. And that left me with a traumatic brain injury, which has, to this day, been at the center of my life. But it took me about half a decade before I could really start coming back to my career again in a big way. But I had changed so much through my recovery process. I actually had to retreat. I was about to put out music and then I pulled back. I actually moved to Norway for 6 months and I lived in a cabin in the woods on a ski hill for 6 months, and I just needed to find myself, not internally, but actually in the world outside of me now, because I had spent so much time lying in bed recovering and being with myself. I didn't really know how this new sense of self related to the people in my life and my environment, and especially myself in the spotlight. And I will never dream of your love to take me there. I'd always written acoustic songs and folk songs, but I had no problem keeping them to myself. They felt like my journal or my diary. But I also felt like now the hardships in my life and the pain I'd been through is what probably would be connecting me most to the people around me. And I was finding as I told my story, that's what people were relating to the most, is just connecting with the pain that I had been through and relating it to their own struggles and their own pain. That's really why Dancing and Crying kicked off. I wanted to get back to dance music, but I needed my soul to flow through it. And I also needed to explore the music as much as I was exploring myself. My sensuality now with Dancing and Crying Volume 2, which is something I've only sort of tiptoed around, but now I'm really leaning into it because I really think our sensuality is always at the center of our being. It's what we always seek in love, in a person, in our art, in our creativity. Sensuality doesn't necessarily mean sexuality. It's really the flow, our flow through life. And I've leaned into this sort of sexual side of things a little more than I have in the past as well. And I think that's just because it's something that I've kept very private, but I'm trying to be a lot more vulnerable now. And I do have a really playful, erotic side to me.